This video will show the database feature regarding KV82 open shelving type systems with bookends and drop edges as well. So we will go ahead and just set up a wall here. And here's the standard 82, and you can either type in the elevation that you want it because it's a floating cabinet, or you can just drag it and put it where you want it. As you can see, there's only 2 standards in here by default and 3 shelves by default, but you can change this to anything that you would need. However, one of the things you'll notice is the height of the shelves will always be the height of a KV standard you can purchase. So if you want to put more shelves in here, what you can do is just on the standard KV82, you would split this into adjustable shelves, and that would be how you would decide how many shelves. Now, if you need to set the spacing for your brackets from the different ends, and then if you want more, you can put 3. These will be evenly spaced between the left bracket and the right bracket. The inset from the left and right is center line from the end of the shelf. Let's see. Now in here we have we've set this up, and actually normally I will make my bottom shelf at like 4 inches and lock it, and usually I'll just equalize the height on these spaces, and then usually I'll make these like 8 or so. And now we can come in and adjust our notes. All right. So now we have this all ready. We have the standards called out correctly for the size. We have the shelf support called out correctly for the size, and we have the shelf depth called out. And our upper cabinets by default were 12 1/8, so that's why this shelf's set at 12 1/8. Here we have 1-inch material called out for the shelves. If you didn't want 1-inch material called out for the shelves, you can leave the CAD view, and I have a variable here so that it will not use thick shelves. And then we'll switch it back to 3/4 inch material. So, and by the way, you can use that attribute in all cabinets to decide not to use the thick shelf material. When you're deciding the depth of these, if you chose a deeper cabinet, the cabinet will automatically pick the correct bracket. And all you'd need to do then is just, if you had a deeper unit, just go ahead and move these accordingly. Alright, So now we will go to the bookend version. So in this version you use adjustable shelves. In the bookend version we're going to use fixed shelves so that we can create the doweling for the bookends. Now if you look at this, we have a 2-inch radius specified. The bookend height is 5 inches, and here we have our material and so forth, and all of our callouts are here. If we want to change the radius, for example on the ends of these, we can go ahead and make that a 3-inch radius. Now it changes the radius and it also changes the text. If you wanted the height to be 6 inches, again it'll change the bookend itself and the text. The way this one is set up is it has an 1/8 inch overhang front, back, and bottom of the shelf, so that you don't have to worry about alignment issues when you're putting these together, and all your machining is in there. The rest of the features are basically the same. It will only call out a length that you can actually buy and purchase. And because these are fixed shelves rather than adjustable shelves, in order to get the boring, if you were to go ahead and come in here and delete the shelves, you would just put fixed shelves instead. And that way you would be able to have the boring come in for the bookends. Other than that, it's the same as the standard KV82. And one last note, in order to activate the drop edge, you would go into one of the standard views and just click on the shelf that you want to have a drop edge on and set the height, and then say that you wanted the drop edge, and then that feature would be available. And that concludes this video.